example that happened with my son in school. To give you an idea of one of the major problems with Asperger Syndrome, he had to read the book To Kill a Mockingbird. And the teacher said to him, "You're going to enjoy this book, read it." He comes back at the end of the day and says, he finished reading it, and he said to the teacher, "What is wrong with you people? There's no dead mockingbird in here." And that pretty much sums up what the problems with Asperger Syndrome are. They have a huge deficit in understanding pragmatic language. So if you say to them, "How's it hanging?" they're going to say, "What's hanging?" And it's very interesting because as smart as they are and as normalish as they can seem, the big problem is these little blurps in their brains that causes impairments in language that basically makes them like a newsreader. They will talk to you, say what they have to say, and basically walk away because they don't understand social interaction and social reciprocal language. They like to pontificate, for lack of a better word, on their area of interest, be it computers, whatever. They don't need your input, whether you like their interest or not. They're just going to tell you. And that's pretty much the areas of Asperger's that employers will have an issue.
Why is it important to find work that works for these individuals?
I'll just jump in because I have the mic.
I believe, obviously, we need to accommodate individuals' special needs and put them in a comfortable situation. But I also think for anyone, whether they have a diagnosis of Asperger's or not, I think it's important to find a job and a career to enjoy. It's very important. Certainly monetary and financial success is very important. But as we heard earlier, with the individual working in the nursing home, wasn't happy, so it wasn't working. So I do feel it's very important to make a good job match.
I guess the most important reason I would guess for me would be healthcare and your Medicaid health benefits. If you're not working, your Medicaid will be cut off if you're receiving New Jersey support. When you're working, you feel good about yourself, you're going to a job, you're exercising your mind, maybe if you're not so social, you're still included, and it makes people feel good to earn a living. So, one thing we want to promote our work incentives so that people aren't afraid to go out and try and get a job and be happy.
A lot of what I've found with kids with Asperger's is they enjoy the structure, the routine of employment. They like getting up in the morning and knowing what they have to do during the day. I have a 15-year-old with Asperger's. He taught himself physics one summer because he was bored out of his mind. Not something I would ever consider a fun thing to do, but that's kind of what they'll do. They'll study their obsessive interests that might end up into something in the sciences and math. So they kind of enjoy being challenged in their areas, finding them employment that they can make money and support themselves in their area of interest is very important.
And with the work that we're doing, we not only work with the Asperger's population, but we work with all developmental disabilities. When we do the plans, the disability is not the focus. We focus strictly on what the person's gifts are, what their hopes and dreams are, what their interests, their hobbies, their likes, their dislikes. We also focus on their health and safety needs. So we're trying to find a good balance between the two. And because each person's individual, trying to figure out what's the best match for that person. Just like any of us, we'd like to find the job that best suits our interests, best suits our personality. And if we're happy, most likely the employer will be happy. And that's why we try to find the best match